your attorney, and your attorney asked you, were you ever abusive? Did you showed him the doctor reports, the medical reports, right, and the school reports showing that you are a fit mom, right? You did that too. You did that, right?
The attorney in the reports to the court.
Right.
I'm not hearing everything. What?
Right, you are a fit mom, right? You are a fit mom. You showed him. You got the reports, the medical reports, and the medical record, and the school records saying that you are a fit parent. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, I had all of that.
Right.
I had all of that, and I had a letter from school, and I had all the reports, and a letter from a pediatrician, and I had nothing else wrong, and they wouldn't even look at it.
Oh, really? They did not look at all whatsoever?
No, they refused to look at it.
Why?
They don't have to.
They didn't
just to give me a hearing, and in the motion.
Did they give you a reason?
You're supposed to, the law in Michigan says you cannot change custody without an evidentiary hearing, and they broke that law.
Oh, wow.
And on motions, when I brought things, they would refuse to look at them.
Really?
Just gave me dirty looks, smiled at my ex-husband all the time, and winked at him and his attorney, treated myself and my attorney like we were horrible. We did bring up something, and this is also important. It's a very controversial subject, but there's something called parental alienation syndrome. And a psychiatrist came up with this in the 70s or the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Other psychiatrists and psychologists have looked at it, and there's two sides of the story. Some say that it's not allowed and confirmed by the medical board as being an actual illness. However, and a lot of times it's used against good people, but there is some facts, and other psychologists have come past that and looked at it, and they say in a lot of cases of divorces, the Dr. Richard Warsack, they wrote a book called Divorce Poison, and it talks about that there's a divorce poison, which is similar to the original founder's parental alienation syndrome, where parents badmouth and then criticize and then let the kids overhear badmouthing a parent and trying to turn the one parent against them. My older daughter had told me, and I realized that this had been going on. My son had been coming home telling me when he was little that Daddy said he couldn't tell me anything about his weekend, that he couldn't tell me anything because he had complained to me once about his daddy and daddy's girlfriend not being nice to him. So
oh, great.
After that, I came back and said, okay, and just tried to talk to my ex-husband when he was younger, that this was a concern, and he said, my ex-husband didn't want to listen to me, and then my son, just because, not to ask about anything bad, I just said, I hope you had a good weekend, and are things better, because he had brought it up to me, my son had, and he said, no, Daddy says I can't talk to you about it anymore. So anyway, then over the years, my son started telling me that my ex-husband said he didn't need to listen to me, that I didn't have to follow his rules. And again, I still worked with him. I thought maybe he's becoming a belligerent teenager. And then friends said, oh, boys are like that. And then I talked to a pediatrician about it, and he said, well, boys can be like that. And then my daughter and my ex-husband, basically, they got my daughter to believe that my ex-husband's mother, who always badmouthed me, that before they could remember that I was the one that badmouthed the mother-in-law, so the grandmother. So they told my son when he was about 14 not to tell me that she passed away. And my ex-husband came and picked him up from school on a day that he didn't have visitation, drove him 2 hours to a funeral, drove him back 2 hours. He missed most of it, so I never knew it. And then all of a sudden his grades started dropping, and I couldn't talk to him. And 8 months later, after talking to the school and the principal about his going from a 4.0 to his grades dropping, and I was watching his homework and concerned and putting in calls to my ex-husband, okay, can you show up and do this? I found out that, and my ex-husband would never come to any of the meetings. I found out that summer by doing some family history online, which I do a lot of genealogy on my family, and I thought I would extend our tree and kind of pull some information on my son. And I found the death certificate that his grandmother had passed away 8 months earlier.
Wow.